All right, 3.4 properties of logarithmic functions. All right, properties of logarithms.
Oh, I like that color.
Me too. Let B, M, and N be positive real numbers with B not equal to 1 and C is any real number. So first we have the product rule. Which is log of a product is equal to the sum of the logs so it looks like log base b of m times n is equal to the log base b of m plus the log base b of n. Then we have the quotient rule. Which says that the log of a quotient is equal to the difference of logs and so this would be like log base b of m divided by n is equal to the log base b of m minus the log base b of n. So it's always top minus bottom. And both of these can work the other way. So sometimes it'll tell you to expand, which is the direction that I have it going, left to right. If it tells you to condense, it's right to left. Okay, they would give you what's on the right and you would have to get what's on the left. Okay. So expand, there's going to be one more property, but expand is left to right. Okay, in terms of how I have them written above, okay. If it says to condense, I'm trying to think, or combine. I'm not sure which. The Algebra 2 book says condense. I think that's what the quotient rule, I think that's what this book says, but I can't remember. Condense or combine is right to left. Basically, whichever one you're given, it wants you to do the opposite. So, like, if you're given the right, they want the left. If you're given the left, they want the right. So, all right, and then the third one is the power rule. And the little trick to remember this one is throw it out front. log base b of m raised to the c is equal to c log base b of m. So I think this one had actually come up in like either 3.2 or 3.3 with that word problem that we were doing. I think it had it like raised to a power, and I was like, oh, throw it out front. I think I had mentioned that at some point or another. Anyways, that's why. It's because there's actually a rule that says we can do that. But anyways, that one also could work either direction. It's just not going to have the same instructions as what's above. Some problems will have multiple of these things combined together. Okay, and you have to like split them all the way down or combine them all the way together as much as possible. So we'll do a lot of examples. Oh, actually, there's one more note thing that was on another page, so let's go ahead and do that note, and then that way you'll just have all of it together. I forgot this thing was in this section. Change of base. I think we did a little bit with this last year, but we don't tend to do a ton with it. But change of base formulas for logarithms. Okay, so for positive real numbers, a, b, and x, with a not equal to 1 and b not equal to 1. Alright, I'm going to try to color code this, so I'm going to use red and blue for, so you have the log base b of x. Okay, the base is what b is, so we're trying to get a new base that we can work with. Okay, and so if we want to change the base, like maybe a lot of times if we're changing the base, we're trying to get it to like a common log or a natural log, so we're trying to change that. But what this would actually end up looking like is log base a of x over log base a of b. Okay, so I always remember it's the x is higher up than the b, so that's what goes on top. Okay, and the a would just be your new base. So the instructions may say change this to log base 3. Okay, so then a becomes 3. And b could have been 7 before that. Okay, if it doesn't specify, it says use the change of base formula, and it doesn't specify what to do, always assume a common log, which is log base 10. Okay, which means you don't actually have to write the a. So I'll just make a note of that. So for a common log, it would be equivalent to log of x over log of b if you're changing that to a common log. That looks like it says legs. We're going to fix that. Still kind of looks like leg, but oh well. It says log, I promise. Because I would say most of the time it either tells you natural log or common log. If it says natural log, then it would have just been the ln of x over the ln of b for this particular situation. Okay, so this here is for a log of any base other than 10 or e, okay, which is common log or natural log. And then just so you have it in writing, if it doesn't say what base to change it to. Change it to base 10.